people waste today waiting for a better tomorrow. But what if today is the masterpiece you need? Hi, and if you're just seeing me for the first time, then this is a very big welcome to the Review With Me podcast. I'm your host and your walking reading coach, Mrs. Peace Family. And on this platform, we read and review books that are aimed at personal development and capacity building. And yes, we've read and put up some books on our YouTube channel. I implore you to go watch and listen to each and every one of them. I promise you, you wouldn't regret it. Anyway, if you're just watching this today, you actually then missed the book review because we are starting a new book. But not to worry, as we are just in the beginning, we'll be starting a new book titled Make Today Count by John Maxwell. This man is one of my favorite authors. Anyway, we're starting the introduction today, and the introduction is starting with some reflection questions, which I would love you to put them down and then reflect on each and every one of them, as this will help you throughout the remaining part of this book. So if you're ready, come with me. Tag someone who you think also needs to listen to this in order for them to make their own day count. And let's go right in. My first question: how would you describe your life? If I were to meet you today and ask you, describe your life to me, how would you describe your life? Are you accomplishing the things that are important for you? Would you or do you consider yourself a success at this point in your life? How do your prospects look for the future? Now, these were the questions John Maxwell started this book with, and they are very deep. Trust me, I would advise you reflect on them. He also went further to say that if he were to visit our house, that is you that is watching, if he was to visit your house any day, anytime, you pick the day, you pick the time. So it's not like he actually came up on you surprisingly. So you pick the day he was to come. Now if he was to visit you and then watch you for 24 hours, he could tell if your day would be a success, or he could tell if you would actually be successful or not. He could tell how your day would go. Now, this particular statement of his brought about a lot of comments. Some were defensive, some were surprised, some were like, what do you mean by this particular thing? Including you that is listening right now. I know from this particular statement of John Maxwell, you're thinking, I beg, this man is doing too much. Well, for him, the answer to this lies in one very simple fact. And that fact is, the secret of one's success is determined by their daily agenda. What does that mean? When he watches, if he comes to your house and watches you for 24 hours, whatever you do in that 24 hours is the secret to your success or the person's failure. So your daily activities, your daily work actually reveals the level or the extent to which you'll be successful or not. Now, a man's life never really changes until he is willing to change something that he does daily. This is because success or failure does not occur suddenly. It is a process. So you don't succeed, you don't surprisingly just succeed, neither do you surprisingly fail. It is a process. So let's look at an example. A project is given to someone to handle, and then the person goes back and just relax, does it haphazardly. Every procedure or every little step-by-step process that's supposed to lead to the project, the success of the project and the fulfillment of the project was not considered or meticulously done. And then at the end of the day, the project doesn't succeed. They're like, I'm surprised. No, you're not surprised. From the daily step-to-step activities that you were carrying out concerning that project, you already knew if that project was going to succeed or fail. What you become is a result of what you do on a daily basis. This means everybody is preparing for something. You are preparing for something, I'm preparing for something. The way you live your life today is preparing you for your tomorrow. The question is now, how are you living your today? And that was why I said at the beginning, most people spend and waste their today waiting for a better tomorrow. But what are you doing about the better tomorrow? Do you just sit down, relax, and wait for it? What exactly are you doing? And now, even if you are doing something, are you sure that the thing you are doing is the right thing to do in in order for your tomorrow to be successful. So we end up having two things. Some people do nothing, hopefully waiting for a better tomorrow to surprisingly hit them in the face. And then the second category of people do something about it while waiting. They are doing something, but the question is, what are they doing? Is what they are doing the right thing that will actually lead to a successful tomorrow? And then we now have the third set. This set are now the people who have known or who have gotten knowledge and begin to apply knowledge, and they are doing the right thing to ensure that their today counts, because they know that an accumulation of a today that counts is what brings success tomorrow. Now, as I said earlier, the way you live your life today is preparing you for your tomorrow. So the question is, what are you preparing for? Are you preparing for success, or are you preparing for failure? Some people say they are preparing. In fact, there's nobody you will ask this particular question that will tell you they are preparing for failure. But unfortunately, I say unfortunately because some people are inadvertently living their today preparing for failure. Some people are unintentionally living their lives preparing for failure. In their mind, in quotes, they are preparing for success. But every step they take, every action done daily is not leading towards a successful tomorrow. Are you grooming yourself for success, or are you grooming yourself for failure? You can pay now and play later, or you can play now and pay later. I'll take that again. You can pay now and play later, or you can play now and pay later. Either way, you will still pay. So like my parenting coach will say, you have to choose your hard. So it's either you're doing your hard now or you do your hard later. But either way, you have to choose your hard. You have to do the hard. So how often do you make your life a masterpiece? How often do you make your day a masterpiece? Oh, I'm very sorry. I didn't mention the title of this introduction. The title of this introduction is Making Your Life a Masterpiece. Making your life a masterpiece. All right. So making your life a masterpiece requires two very important ingredients. And these two ingredients must work together in order to make your life a masterpiece. None can work on its own. Because when they work on their own, there's actually, you don't get the desired result. Now, these two ingredients are good decisions and good discipline. Good decisions, and daily discipline. As I said, one without the other doesn't give a very good result. So let's look at them. Now, when you have good decisions and you don't add daily discipline to it, so good decisions minus daily discipline, gives you a life or a plan without payoff. So you make good decisions, but you don't have the discipline, the daily discipline to ensure that you're able to arrive at those decisions. You have a plan that doesn't give you payoff, you don't get results. Now, daily discipline without good decisions, yes, I discipline myself to do, but then your decisions are not right. Will end up giving you a regimentation without reward. But when you merge these two ingredients together, remember I said to make your life a masterpiece, two ingredients must be merged together. So when you merge your good decisions with daily discipline, you end up getting a masterpiece of potential. So making good decisions today will give you a better tomorrow. Whenever you meet a negative consequence, instead of indulging in the blame game, it's because of this, it's because of that. No. Ask yourself a very simple but important question. What decisions have I made before now? Because every result you see now is everything you're seeing now is as a result of the decisions you have made long before now. Every outcome you are seeing is a product of the decisions you've made before. So when you see yourself in a negative consequence, the question you should be asking yourself, what decisions have I made before now? What decisions brought me to this place? That's someone who actually wants to make progress. What decisions brought me here? Instead of blaming everybody around you, but yourself and the decisions you make. Note that good decisions are not simple and easy, but they are very necessary and important. So you don't make decisions because they are easy, you don't make decisions because they are cheap or they are popular, but you make decisions because they are very right. Now, there are 12 areas of success that John Maxwell called the daily dozen. There are 12 in number, and then we won't take all of them here. Now, we won't even take any one of them here. Remember, it's a book and we're reviewing. So, in the next chapter, we'll be picking the first one and we'll be walking through each and every one of these daily dozens. And trust me, once you begin to apply these daily dozens in your daily activities, you yourself, you will actually see the difference, and other people will also see the difference in you. And together, we will make our today count. Thank you very much for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow. Invite someone you think needs this. Tag someone. Tell a friend about this. Let's recultivate the reading culture in our society, because with reading, our lives can become better. We read because our lives depend on it. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to join me in the next episode as we aim at making